Hi everyone, Brittany here with episode 6 of the Turtle Burger Crochet and Knitting podcast. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, I have some finished objects, works in progress, an acquisition, and a wish list of projects I would like to make in the future. The first finished object I have is just a very simple crocheted bath poof from Daisy Cottage Designs. I've decided to get rid of all of the commercial bath poofs because frankly I think they're disgusting after I thought about it. This was a very simple, easy design. It's basically just working in a spiral. Mine did turn out a little bit like a blooming onion, so I'll have to make changes to that. I think if I start with a magic ring and put the recommended 25 stitches in, it'll be much more compact, which would be preferable. This is very durable. It has already been washed once and it is super cute. This is Peaches and Cream cotton yarn. It's a size 4, 100% cotton. I used a I believe it was an 5.5 millimeter hook, an eye hook, and very simple, very quick. I made this like within a couple of hours, taking breaks here and there, and I really like it. So the next finished object I have is our daughter, Little Lady. These are her Rye Socks from Tin Can Knits. This was a finished object from the last episode. I used Patton's Canadiana, if I'm pronouncing that right, you can correct me in the comments, in the color medium amethyst. It is a worsted weight, size 4 yarn. The cuff starts with a 3.25 millimeter needle and changes to a 3.75 millimeter needle. I did notice when I was almost done with the second sock that I had messed up on the first sock, and basically what I did is this purl section, when I got to the foot, I mistakenly omitted the knitting rounds in between the purls, and it created this different texture, which is still cute, but you know, oh, I got a yarn there. Anyway, super cute. So I did it on the second sock to make it look on purpose, but when I make them in the future, now I know not to do that mistake. But it still turned out really cute, and they're just for around the house anyway. Now this next project, I was not sure how to classify it. It is a like half finished object from the last episode, and it is the Simplicity Crocheted Sock from Ashley Lather. Ultimately, and the reason why I said I didn't know how to classify this is because I will be undoing these socks. So again, it is crocheted by an Ashley Lather design. This sock is made up in Lion Brand Summer Nights in the color Ocean Cove. I used a 4.5 millimeter hook, which was smaller than recommended. The foot section fit very well. The heel section was too tight, and maybe I didn't make the foot long enough. So there are changes I could have made. I just didn't go back and do it. And then the ankle part was kind of loose, not too bad. I could have worked with it, but when I did the finishing 2 single crochet rounds, I couldn't get it over my ankle anymore. So I took out those rounds and put in 2 half double crochet, and they do fit, but like I said, the ankle section is just not very comfortable at all. So I thought no big deal. I have this other skein of Lion Brand Summer Nights and Tropical Punch. I'll just do another one in the recommended hook size, which was an H 5 millimeter. And this one turned out too big. The foot section was too big, and I don't remember if I extended it as wide or what, but anyway, it just feels too loose. It's not snug on around my foot. And the heel section, again, just felt kind of weird and was definitely too big. The ankle section was way too loose. I'm sure I could have continued decreasing to make it tighter, but then when I got again to the single double crochet finishing rounds, I couldn't get it over my foot. So I don't know what I was doing wrong. On Ravelry, it kind of had mixed reviews, so I don't think I'm alone in that. But either way, I didn't even bother finishing this one off because I knew I was not going to be continuing on with it. So it's a very cute design. It's nothing against Ashley Lather by any means. I just will be frogging those and not making them. I think I'll stick with knitted socks in the future. Let me know in the comment section if you tried, if you participated in Ashley Lather's Hooked on Crocheted Socks Challenge, which ran from September 1st through the 10th. And it was basically to crochet a pair of socks in 10 days. Let me know if you participated in that and maybe came out with the same results. Like I said, they were kind of mixed reviews on Ravelry, and they just didn't work out for me, and that makes me so sad. But now on to works in progress. The first work in progress I have is another Rye sock from Tin Can Knits. This also is for little lady. This will be her Christmas socks. I mentioned in my last podcast episode that I have not changed colors in knitting, and I wanted this to kind of be my example of that. I don't think I'm doing too horrible. The cuff is in Red Heart Super Saver Cherry Red. I did a 3.25 millimeter needle, and then I switched to Red Heart Super Saver Mistletoe and changed to a 3.75 millimeter needle. I am omitting the pearl section just because I feel like this yarn is so busy that the pearls would just kind of get lost and end up being a waste of time. So it's just being a vanilla sock, but it is based on the Rye pattern by Tin Can Knits. It's just the body and foot and everything is just going to be stockinette, but super cute. I am hoping to have well, I know I'll have enough yarn, but to also make our sons Turtle and Burger a pair of Christmas socks as well. And hopefully, if I have enough left over, I can make myself and my husband a pair of matching Christmas socks, and we can make it a family thing. I think that would be super fun. My next work in progress is continuing on also for little lady. She's getting a lot of stuff made for her. This is the Sarasota Girls Flutter Tunic by Cheryl Beckenrich. Super cute. This is the back piece. It starts with this very pretty lacy section, and then I am working on the body now, which is just stockinette, and I just have to remember to decrease every 9 rows. I am using Lion Brand Mandala in the color Nippers on I believe this is a 4 millimeter needle. Let's see. Oh, must be on the other side. Oops. Yes, a 4 millimeter needle. Yeah, 4 millimeter. If you've liked any of these projects I've made so far, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please. I really appreciate it. So my acquisition is sock blockers. Since I am officially obsessed with making socks, I got these on Amazon. You get a pair of large, a pair of medium, and a pair of small. I put one of my favorite socks on a small blocker so that you can see, because I wanted to, I think this is part of the reason why I wanted to make socks. I have a very small foot, and it's very hard to find socks, but this pair fit me perfectly. But the reason I like them so much is this, I don't know if you can see it, but there's this middle section right here, and a section of ribbing was included, and it's right around the arch of my foot, and it's very snug and comforting and just makes the whole sock feel very nice, and it's lightweight. And I am hoping to try to duplicate this sock on my own so that I can have plenty more. So last week I mentioned I found my 16-inch 9mm Chiago needles that I really wanted to use. They just stood out to me. I did not get a chance, but I did pick out my yarn. When I was going through my stash, I realized I have about 2.5 skeins of this Lion Brand Hometown in the color Providence Pink. And last October, so a year ago, I test knitted a beanie for Jessica Paws Designs, or Jessica Paws Creates. I'll leave it down below. And she used the bamboo stitch. And I also know that Designs by Vanessa has a bamboo stitch cowl tutorial on her YouTube channel. And so I thought I would make that so that they would match. Hopefully I'll get that casted on this week. Also, for a wish list, I wanted to make a sort of like boxy oversized pullover knitted, so that I can start making more knitted garments. Anyway, and I found 2 skeins of this Lion Brand Hometown in Key Largo tweed, and it is just so squishy soft, and I thought a bulky pullover would work up really quickly so that I could start wearing it. It's about 70 degrees now, but it won't be long before it starts getting cold, and you want to be all cozy and making things or wearing things that are warm. The final wish list project that I want to make in the immediate future is some sort of camisole, or I don't know, just something lightweight that I can wear under my hand knitted and especially hand crocheted garments that makes them a little more appropriate, because obviously with crochet it just, you can see right through it. The stitches are bigger. I know I could go buy a camisole and be done with it, but we're makers. What's the fun in that? If we see something, we figure we can make it. So I've kind of looked around. I'm not really finding what I'm thinking of. A lot of them are done in worsted weight, and I'm thinking I want something lighter, because if I'm already wearing a worsted weight item, then it might be too hot with those layers. So I'm thinking something with fingering weight or something. I'm saying or something a lot. I don't know why. So what I'm kind of thinking is maybe a knitted like bralette is what I'm seeing they're being called, but really it's kind of like a camisole, and I can just extend the body to make it longer. So I think that's kind of what I'm going for. I will keep you updated on those. If I'm able to actually cast any of those on and have the yarn for it. I think that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked any of these projects, or if you have any suggestions, please leave them down below and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.